Good morning, good morning. Who's around? Come on in and let me know if you're on the live and where you're joining me from. I'd love to say hi. Likewise, if you're catching the replay, drop a little hashtag replay. Let me know that you caught this and what you thought of the session. And if you're hearing me say session and you're thinking, what's she on about? Then you're very welcome. If you're new here, please put new in the comments so that I can greet you accordingly. And if you've never seen this before, then my name is Emma Starling. I'm the Inner Smile Coach, and this is the Daily Tap. So I am a master trainer in emotional freedom technique, as well as a creator of energetic expansion practitioners. And I'm here to teach as many people as possible how to feel better in the moment, no matter what's going on around them. That's all about expanding your energy capacity to receive more joy, more abundance, more happiness, more intimacy, more peace, and all of that good stuff. And the way that we do that is by dissolving the things that go to the contrary, right? So we release programming, we release, hey, Sammy, good to see you, darling. How are you? We release programming and beliefs and self-talk and, connected emotions and, dare I say, trauma. Although not in this session. This is a very light-hearted way to do it. And so the reason that I do the Daily Tap is to not only teach as many people as possible how to do this, but also to give you some accountability to do it every day, because the real magic happens with anything when you do it consistently, right? And the same goes for energy work. So that said, the way that we do it is by utilizing cards of some kind. So whether that's an oracle deck, a tarot deck, fingers aren't working, it's so cold. How am I? We're fine, thank you, Sammy. He's just gone to lay on the cushion behind, that's his bed there in front of the TV. So he's just had his breakfast and he's gone to lay down to wait while we go out for a walk. So we use a card deck, and I pull a card for all of us on the group, and then we tap in either exactly what it says or the affirmations or something to do with it. And I ask you to tune in to how you feel physically, so that you get a tangible proof that this is working, right? So I know it works. I'm happy to let you know that it works. So the deck that we're using today is the Urban Crow Oracle. Now, this is fairly new to me, but it's a really, really nice little deck. Really nice little deck. So yeah, I'm loving that. And 2 cards fell out. And they are very, very apt. The tap really does work. Yeah, it absolutely does. And it's rooted in science. And so for anybody who's ever doubting that it does work, the way that it works is to calm the stress response that we may not realize we're having when we think about anything that is dissonant to us, anything that upsets us, anything that annoys us, anything that stresses us out, makes us feel at risk and somehow unsafe, whether that's thinking about something in the past, whether that's feeling unsafe or stressed out in the present, or whether that's thinking about something in the future and going, what if, right? Your brain doesn't know the difference between past, present, future, fiction, reality. And so this works regardless of what is going on for you. Good morning, Gail from the mountains in Austria. It's lovely to have you. Hi, Wendy. Lovely to have you as well. So I can't believe that there's only 6 of us on. I thought that mornings would be easier, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine. So I get that it's going to work once at a time, right? So I got married since I watched you last. Oh, congratulations, Sammy. That's awesome. Oh, I did. Sorry, before I read that, and I'm filing for divorce. I am okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you're okay. Good morning, Joe. How are you, my love? So the 2 cards that came out of the deck this morning, which is the Urban Crow Oracle, which again kind of matches my jumper because it's dark green, right? That strip there, you can't see it very well because of the lighting, but that is actually dark green, and my jumper is dark green. So there's a little bit of matchy-matchy going on. Excuse me. So the cards that came out were number 30, excuse my scratchy nails, I need to get them redone today. Number 39, Release, which is really lovely. And then number 46, Soar. So that's a very clear message, isn't it, right? In order to soar, we need to first release, right? We need to first release. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thank you. It's from Monsoon, actually. It's really nice. It's it's very comfy. So release and soar. So we're going to read those out. We're going to see what it's got to say. And then we're going to tap it in. All right. So the release one. Let's have a look. It's very short and sharp, this deck. There's no fluff in it at all. Yeah, indeed. Very festive. It is, isn't it? You're getting the no makeup look this morning, though, because I haven't had the chance to put it on yet. So festive jumper, no makeup. That's how we roll in this house. So release says, when the time comes when you cannot grieve anymore and it's time to let go, release is the next step. Now, when it talks about grief, it can be anything. So it's the Urban Crow Oracle, Joe. It's really nice. The write-ups are very short and sharp, but they're good. They're straight to the point. This so grief can be anything. It can be grief over a person, over a relationship, a job, a place, a future that isn't now going to happen. It can be a lot of different things, right? So only you will know what that means to you. And it says, this card may come to you when you need help moving forward or accepting an ending. You can't make this up. It's time to move on, rise up and release yourself from the past. Release represents the transition between letting go and moving on. It's that moment when we become aware that we can no longer hold on to the past or an event that cannot be altered. You may need to consider if your situation is blocked or impacted by something that needs to be released. Hey, Noreen. And aren't they all, right? Like there's usually something we carry forward that we could do with letting go of before we move forward. I mean, that's the whole point of energy work, right? I know, Sammy, right? So, and then the soar card is even shorter and it says, have the confidence to fly. Get up, open your wings, and feel the supportive wind carry you to your destination. There are no obstacles in your way. Now is the time to move. Conjure up your courage and take action. Soar brings a rush of energy and an open channel to receive the information needed to progress quickly and with confidence towards your goal. You could not make this up, right? Because of what I've got on my plate at the minute. And Joe's saying, are you in my head? I'm kind of psychic, so yeah, maybe. How much that relates to my whole life. I know, right? These cards are so spot on. It's in this space that blocks are removed and events flow beautifully as you sail on to success. Now, there's a point in both of these cards that says it's in this moment that blocks are removed, right? So the second you start to, absolutely do, the second you start to release with intention, part of that release is the actual act of opening your wings, ready to soar, right? Absolutely, Ginny. Lovely to see you. It's not just a case of do the releasing and then magically my wings will open and I will soar as if done in the passive tense, right? This is all about taking action. We need to release. We need to, and even if we don't know, and this is what I'll show you today in the tapping, even if we are not sure what blocks us, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Oh, bless you, darling. I'm sending you a big hug. But the point is, we have to open our wings. We have to do the releasing. And in those moments, that's when the true release comes. It's not just about all the journaling and all the energy work and everything else. It's the action you take after that, right? Does that make sense? So true for you as well, Sarah. Wow. Okay, cool. So with that said, let's do some tapping. Okay, so I'm going to use the side of the hand this morning as well. I don't usually do this on the Daily Tap, but this is a bit more like a proper session because we've got a lot of heavy stuff going on, right? So on the side of the hand, just tap where I tap, say what I say, and see how you feel. Even though I know I have things to release, things to let go of, and things to move on from. And part of me is finding that hard. Oh, that's really tender, the side of my hand this morning. Right here and right now, I choose to let my body and mind relax completely. Even though I have everything it takes to soar. But opening my wings feels kind of hard. Right here and right now, I choose to soothe and comfort myself. Even though releasing my blocks feels really difficult at times. right here and right now. I love, accept, and forgive myself and anyone or anything else that's contributing to how I feel. Then we're just going to go on the eyebrow, follow me round. So, oh God, awful hair this morning. So 2 fingers on the eyebrow. There are things I know I need to release. There are things I know I cannot grieve anymore for. And I know that release is the next step. Wow, under there's prickly as well. Just notice on your tapping points what feels tender today. Okay. Part of me needs help to move forward and accept things. And I know that this moment is a transition. Collarbones, between letting go and moving on. I can no longer hold on to the past, top of the head, or an event that cannot be altered. So I sit with all of these thoughts today. And at some point, I will have the courage to fly. To get up and open my wings. And let the supportive wind carry me to my destination. When I open my wings, there will be no more obstacles. And that in and of itself takes courage. But I know I can be an open channel to receive the information I need to progress quickly. It's in this space that my blocks will be removed. And events will flow beautifully as I sail towards success. So today I choose to get quiet. I choose to pull my energy back. I choose not to delve into the details of the blocks, but rather to radically trust that I'm held and supported as I release them. And once I've anchored in that feeling of trust, I open my wings and soar. All right, come, and then actually we'll finish it. So be it, and so it is. All right, come to a stop. Take a nice deep breath. That was Release and Soar from the Urban Crow Oracle. It's a lovely, lovely deck. As I say, it's very short and sweet, but hey, we don't do fluff, right? So tell me how you feel. Because actually today is a really deep day, right? We've all got a lot of stuff that needs to be released, that wants to be released, and we've all got things to get done, right? And don't forget, in that moment when you choose to open your wings, it's not the rumination beforehand, it's not the scab picking, it's not the journaling, it's in that action of opening your wings, right? Made you cry. I know I make people cry for a living. I'm so sorry. But I'm kind of glad because it's a nice release, right? So you obviously needed it. Feeling very soothed. Good, good. Great stuff, Pauline. I feel really tearful. Okay. Yeah, under my eye is sore too, Gail. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's planetary. Maybe it's just how we are. So if you're still feeling really tearful, just find your collarbone points and just tap side to side across them just for a little while until the tearfulness goes. Okay. It's just a release and it will pass too, as I'm sure you know, but it never hurts to hear it, right? Can't even tell you how I feel. I just know that for some reason I was meant to join you today. Yeah. And some days you don't need to put words to it, okay? It's fine. A lot of my points were tended today. Yeah. What is that about? Feeling that it was needed. Good. I don't know whether it's cosmic, whether it's whatever. But what I would like to say is if you haven't yet joined me in the 12 days of Christmas, we still have, well, we're only on day 4, right? So we still have an absolute bunch of good stuff to do. Now, today we are feeling judgment free. So if you want to join the 12 days of Christmas, I've just put the link in the comments. It may not come up. It's come up on Facebook. It doesn't come up on LinkedIn, I don't think, but we'll see. It's not too late to join. So I've got a private Facebook group going on where every day at 2 we are talking about energy clearing codes as part of the conscious energy clearing method and how they show up, these particular blocks, and how they stop you in business mainly, but in life as well. And then we do some tapping around how you feel about being blocked in the areas. And today it's fear of judgment, right? That's what we're going to be talking about. So it's a biggie for a lot of healers, for a lot of, intuitive coaches and therapists and things like that. Like in my sort of industry, energy work, it can be a massive thing that keeps us flying below the radar because we are afraid of being judged. We're afraid that somebody's going to accuse us of the worst thing we could possibly imagine them accusing us of, right? Even though our conscious mind knows that we're not doing anything wrong. It's bizarre how it's programmed into us to be afraid. So if you're not in the 12 days of Christmas yet, click on the link, come and join us. We're at nearly 180 people in there at the minute. So it's really good. And every day, I mean, it's the class is at least half an hour, plus also the tapping is going to help you on the run up to Christmas. So if for no other reason than you are tap curious, please do come and join us. We'd love to have you. Please invite anybody who you think, obviously with integrity, don't just spam people, but if there's anybody else like you who you feel would benefit from learning more about it, then please do come and join us. So we're doing it in a 12 days of Christmas song style. It's completely free for you. I will be talking about my new certification. There are some places left on the beta. So get in there and get tapping. All right. And I will see you again tomorrow on the Daily Tap. Lots of love from me and Mr. Boss. Oh, thanks for tagging, Sammy. That's cool. And I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.